General Hospital spoilers, Liz's ultimatum. Willow's big decision causes Drew to lose everything. Port Charles has always been a town where decisions ripple like tidal waves, shattering lives and mending them in unpredictable ways. The upcoming episodes of General Hospital are about to deliver one of the most explosive and emotionally charged storylines of the year. This time, the spotlight falls on Elizabeth Weber, Willow Tate-Corinthos, and Drew Kane, three characters whose intertwined lives are set to spiral into chaos. At the center of it all lies Liz's ultimatum, a desperate demand that forces choices no one expected. Meanwhile, Willow's big decision threatens to dismantle everything Drew has built: his family, his reputation, his business, and even his sense of self. Fans should brace themselves. Drew's world is about to collapse in the most devastating way, and two women he once trusted will be holding the wrecking ball. Elizabeth Weber has always been the moral compass of Port Charles, or at least she tries to be. After decades of heartbreak, betrayal, and love lost, Liz finds herself in a precarious position. Her loyalty has been tested too many times, and her patience with the people she cares for most, especially Drew Kane, has reached its breaking point. For months, Liz has watched Drew's spiral. His decisions in both his personal and professional life have left her questioning his judgment. The once stable, dependable man who returned from captivity with a renewed purpose seems to be slipping into dangerous patterns of arrogance and recklessness. At General Hospital, Liz has been quietly confiding in Epiphany's memory, asking herself what her late friend would advise. And every time, the same conclusion echoes in her mind: if she doesn't set boundaries now, she'll lose herself again. At the same time, Willow Tate-Corinthos is caught in her own emotional storm. Her battle with leukemia left her fragile but resilient, and the support of her family, Michael, her children, and her loved ones, gave her strength. Yet now, a moral dilemma threatens to rip her apart. Willow has uncovered a truth about Drew, one that has the potential to devastate not only him but everyone connected to him. Keeping this secret eats away at her conscience, but revealing it will ignite a firestorm that can't be contained. The tension reaches a boiling point in the hospital's break room. Liz confronts Drew after overhearing him discussing a risky business maneuver tied to Aurora Media. Drew insists he's acting in the best interest of the company and his family, but Liz isn't buying it. "Drew, listen to me," Liz says, her voice firm but tinged with desperation. "I have stood by you through so much, through prison, through your grief, through every impossible situation. But I cannot watch you destroy yourself anymore. You're walking the same path Jason did, and we both know where that leads." Drew tries to brush it off, insisting that he's nothing like Jason. But Liz digs deeper, her emotions spilling over. "I need you to hear me," she pleads. "If you don't stop, if you don't change the way you're handling things, I can't keep being part of this. I won't. Either you pull back now, or I walk away for good. That's my ultimatum." Her words hit Drew like a sucker punch. Liz has always been one of the few constants in his life. Losing her support would be devastating, but his pride keeps him from responding the way she hopes. Instead, he mutters, "I can't change who I am, Liz. If that's not enough for you, maybe you should walk." The ultimatum hangs in the air like a loaded weapon. And for the first time, Liz wonders if she truly has the strength to pull the trigger. Meanwhile, Willow finds herself carrying a secret that could blow Drew's entire world apart. She recently discovered, through a medical test related to her recovery, that Drew had been manipulating hospital board connections to push Aurora Media into a dominant position. The evidence is damning. Drew bribed an insider to influence a healthcare merger that would directly benefit Aurora. At first, Willow tried to rationalize it. She told herself Drew was only protecting his family, ensuring financial stability for Michael, Wiley, and Amelia. But the more she thought about it, the more disgusted she became. She confides in Michael one evening, her voice trembling. "If this comes out, Drew won't just lose his company. He could lose everything. His freedom, his reputation, his family. And it would be my fault for staying quiet." Michael, always pragmatic, urges caution. "Willow, you don't owe anyone the truth if it's going to hurt the people we love." Think about what this could do to us, what it could do to you. But Willow shakes her head. No, Michael. I can't stay silent. I know what it feels like to live in shadows, keeping secrets. It destroys people. And if Drew is breaking the law, if he's betraying us, then the truth has to come out. Her decision crystallizes in that moment. Willow will come forward with what she knows, no matter the cost. The fallout begins almost immediately. Willow's revelation spreads through the hospital, then to the press. Within days, Aurora Media is thrown into crisis. Stock prices plummet, investors pull out, and Drew finds himself facing accusations of corruption. At the PCPD, Jordan Ashford receives pressure from the mayor's office to launch a formal investigation. Drew is summoned for questioning, and his carefully constructed facade begins to crack. Elizabeth watches from the sidelines, torn between heartbreak and vindication. She warned him. She gave him a chance to choose a different path. But he ignored her ultimatum, and now he's paying the price. In a painful confrontation, Liz tells him, I begged you to stop before it was too late. I gave you every chance to save yourself. And instead, you doubled down. I can't do this anymore, Drew. I can't stand by and watch you self-destruct. Her words cut deeper than any legal accusation. Because for Drew, losing Liz is far more devastating than losing a company. As Drew's legal troubles escalate, Willow is forced to reckon with the consequences of her choice. Michael tries to shield her from the backlash, but she feels the weight of every angry whisper, every glare from Drew's allies. Carly, in particular, is livid. She corners Willow at the Quartermain mansion, her voice sharp as a knife. How could you do this to him? After everything Drew has done for you, for this family, you stab him in the back? You had a choice, Willow. And you chose to destroy him. Willow, fighting tears, responds, I didn't destroy him, Carly. He destroyed himself. All I did was refuse to lie for him. But Carly's rage doesn't waver. You'll regret this. You'll regret it for the rest of your life. For the first time, Willow begins to doubt herself. Did she make the right decision? Or did she just tear apart the fragile family she fought so hard to build? The climax of the storyline hits like a bombshell. Drew is formally charged with fraud and insider trading. Aurora Media is seized by regulators, leaving him financially ruined. His reputation in Port Charles plummets, and allies he once trusted turn their backs. Most devastating of all, Liz walks away. She cannot forgive him for ignoring her ultimatum, and she cannot risk her children's stability by tying herself to a man drowning in scandal. In a final, gut-wrenching scene, Drew stands alone at the Aurora offices, watching movers carry out the last boxes of his legacy. His reflection in the glass is a broken man, haunted by the choices that cost him everything. For Drew Kane, there is no happy ending here. Not yet. Only the bitter reality that sometimes one ultimatum and one decision are enough to bring down an empire. But in true General Hospital fashion, the end is only the beginning. Liz will struggle with guilt, questioning whether she abandoned Drew when he needed her most. Could she have saved him if she'd stayed? Willow will face the wrath of Carly and others, even as she wonders if she made the wrong choice. Will her marriage to Michael survive the tension? Drew will be forced to confront his demons in prison or exile, stripped of his wealth and power. But could this be the storyline that finally allows him to rebuild, not as Jason's shadow, but as his own man? One thing is certain. The ripple effects of Liz's ultimatum and Willow's decision will shape the future of Port Charles for months, even years, to come. General Hospital thrives on high-stakes drama, and this storyline is a perfect storm of betrayal, morality, and heartbreak. Elizabeth's ultimatum sets the stage, Willow's decision delivers the blow, and Drew's downfall becomes a cautionary tale for everyone in Port Charles. For fans, it's the kind of layered, emotional storytelling that makes soap operas timeless. The fallout will not only redefine Drew Kane's character, but also test the loyalties, relationships, and moral compasses of everyone around him. Because in Port Charles, one truth always remains. No secret stays buried forever, and every choice has a price.